So today I wanted to just talk about today's subject is hey love. So today I'm pretty much talking about this ends today. I am picking that topic because I don't know what's going on this week, but everyone I know seems to be going through something. I know I'm personally going through something, but it's fine because I always get through. And so will you. Um, I read this story earlier today. I'm reading this book called In the Spirit, and it was talking about a lady named Marie Jackson. Marie had blood cancer. She had a baby and she lost the baby due to SIDS. Fast forward a few years, and she had a 7-year-old, an 11-year-old, and an 18-year-old. They were all at home as normal. She was playing with her kids outside. She was having some electrical work done at the house, and she told one of her 18-year-old son to not play with something in the basement. Anywho, because they were having wiring done and the wiring was not right yet. And so later that night, she woke up because she heard the cries of her daughter and realized that the house was filling with smoke. So she ran downstairs. She noticed the basement was on fire. She closed the basement door. She figured she had enough time to, she tried to call the fire department from her house. That she had no dial tone. She ran next door because she figured she had enough time to get over there, call 911, get back to her house, get her kids out. Unfortunately, in the basement, the liquor cabinet exploded, and the whole house was consumed in flames and smoke, and 2 of her children died there. The youngest, I believe, had to go to the hospital where she later died that night. She said that day her life just fell apart. I mean, the earth stood still for her. Her ex-husband blamed her for killing her kids. The newspaper called her negligent. She went through breakdowns and depression. Her cancer came back because it had been in remission. And she pretty much was just saying how she was at rock bottom. She did not understand why God was doing this. She questioned herself. She questioned God over and over again. She didn't know what to do. Until one day she said, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep questioning. She said she had to get out of that bed of self-pity and have the courage to move on with her life. There was a reason she was still here, and there was a reason she woke up that night. Unfortunately, her kids have passed away, but now she's an advocate for children. Now she feels as though she's a surrogate mother to 8,000 kids. She's an advocate for these children. She has over 16, I believe, 24/7 daycares for parents who worked 3 jobs like she was doing at the time that her children had passed away. And I'm pretty much coming from the place today of you cannot give up. This is not it. This is not where you end. I know that we go through so many things. Sometimes we feel like we're the only one in the whole entire world who's going through anything. I don't know how I'm going to get through this. My life is in shambles. I have no job. I'm sick. I lost my car. I have no money. I don't know where my next check will come from. I don't know what to do tomorrow. I'm just going to lay in this bed all day and be depressed. I've been there. I know so many people who have been there who have no idea how to get out of where they are. But I am here today to tell you that it is possible. You cannot stay there. You cannot stay here. You cannot sit in this pity and wallow in your sorrow, because as we all know now, with all this technology and all this wisdom and all this knowledge out here, your thoughts become things. If you sit in your pity and your sorrow and woe is me, and I don't know what I'm going to do. This lady lost her kids, all 4 of them, and decided that she was going to use that as her testimony. There is someone out here who needs to hear what you have to say. I know that as a writer, sometimes I feel like no one's reading what I'm writing. No one cares. Whose life is it really going to change? But in that transparency and that vulnerability to say, hey, I've been through it, as a life coach, as a friend, as someone who is constantly giving of themselves. My foundation is love, and I'm constantly giving people my attention, my love, my energy, my strength. So sometimes I feel like, well, damn, who am I? Who's gonna give back to me? I'm constantly speaking life into clients. I'm constantly speaking life into my friends, to the point where sometimes when I'm going through something, I feel like I can't be vulnerable. I feel like I can't I can't let someone see my weakness. And what kind of life is that? First of all, that's prideful, and that's an ego-based feeling. Pride is not a spiritual thing. It's an ego thing. You feel like, oh, I can't let anyone see me weak. I have to be strong for everyone. No one's going to understand, so I'm just going to act like everything's okay when it's not. And you'll realize in that moment, not only do you have a testimony, not only does someone else need to hear what you have to say, because there is someone who's going through something worse than you. And when I say this ends today, I say that get up. Get up. If you don't have a job, but you have access to a computer, get up. If you know a friend who has access to a computer, get up. If you have a car and it has gas in it, get up. If you're a writer, write something of value. Give some value to someone else. I know that when I feel my worst is when I send out all types of positive messages to other people, because someone needs to hear something from you. And you can't live in this self-pity. You have to stand up straight and tall. And the beauty about life is that in those moments of vulnerability, in those moments where you feel like, I don't know what I'm about to do, is when that courage and when that strength comes. That's when every breath is literally a gift from God and a moment to realize that you can transform this moment. God has given us this power to transform in this moment and have the courage and the capability to say, you know what, right here, right now, this is where it ends. This is where it stops. I'm not doing this anymore. Whatever I have to do, whatever it's going to take, I'm about to get up and I'm about to go get it and I'm about to go do it. We cannot stay here. You're no help to yourself and you're no help to anyone around you if you stay in that lack mentality and that woe is me and that hurt and that pain. It's time for healing. It's time for power. It's time to get up and move from where you are, because where you are clearly is not working for you. It's not working for anyone else. And it's not uplifting anyone. And no matter what loss you feel like you've gone through, no matter what you feel like you happened to you this week, oh, I lost this, I lost that, I'm sick, this bill popped up out of nowhere, my mom called me and there's a problem and I gotta go save everyone. That's fine, because at least you have the capability to do that. And every single day that you wake up and draw breath is a day to change everything that happened from yesterday. Everything that happened from yesterday has the ability to be changed. There is a solution to every problem. And today is a starting point. It's the only starting point. If you want change, it starts today. This ends today. Whatever you're going through, it ends today. There is healing for you. There is love for you. There is power for you. There are resources. This earth, God, this universe is filled with abundant resources, and you have all the capability to keep going. So today I just encourage you and I tell you that from me to you, this ends today. You don't have to stay here. You don't have to feel that hurt. You don't have to cry. You don't have to lay up in the bed and refuse to get out. It ends for you today. So I encourage you to keep going and to draw from that strength, because life is a game. It is a game. And you have to learn to master it. And I trust that you will. And I'm here for you if you need to talk, if you need to write me or email me or whatever. I will respond to you personally. So today, be encouraged in love, and my love from me to you. You will get through this. I promise you, you will, and you'll laugh at it one day. And tell the world your story, because someone else needs to hear it.